That starting lineup you're a part of has been like the Pelicans' best 5-man group. Why is that group working so well together, do you think?
Probably just spacing. We're giving CJ a lot of room. We're playing our butts off on defense. We're getting out and running. CJ and Yoni are doing a great job, being the anchors for that group. And, Herb is keeping us together on the defensive end. So I just think it's a good mesh of different attributes that we all bring.
How crazy is it to see Herb do some of the things he does defensively?
No, absolutely. As we watch the film, you don't always realize it during the game, but when you watch the film, he'll make up for guys who make a mistake. He'll pick up a cutter that somebody else lost, and then he'll take a charge on that cutter. He's special on that end, and we're going to need that from him all year long.
When did you find out that you're going to be a part of the starting lineup?
Probably about an hour and a half before the game.
What were you thinking at that point? I mean, some people might consider that a milestone in the pro career, but
yeah, no, it definitely is. Definitely is after everything I've gone through the past few years to start an NBA game. Given we got a lot of injuries, a lot of guys out, but it was my opportunity. I'm very fortunate, grateful for Coach for giving me that opportunity, and thankful for my teammates finding me out there and having faith in me.
And we've talked to you about the battle just to get to this point, just to be able to stick in the league. But now being here and career high in the first game, career high tonight, just describe what it's like to be here and to be excelling.
It's everything I ever dreamed of. I feel like I'm still just getting started. Still making a name for myself. And I just want to keep this thing going, When you get a taste of it, you just want more and more. And that's really all I can think of. Each game that I'm playing minutes, I can't wait to get to the next game because I feel like I'm getting in better shape. I feel like, offensively the shots are falling into place even when they don't always go in. I feel like I'm getting great looks out there, and I'm just sticking with it. So, like you said, not taking it for granted, continuing to count my blessings and staying locked in.
How would you describe just the emotional roller coaster these past 2 days have been, from being down 22 last night, getting and winning tonight?
Yeah, it was kind of the complete opposite, right? We were down 22 in the first half last night, and then tonight we were up. I think it shows how hard it is playing with a big lead in the NBA, because when you get to that lead, when you get up 20, 25, a lot of times you'll see that other team come back because that team goes so much harder, and the team that's up, kind of takes a foot off the gas pedal just a little bit, and that allows teams to get back in it. But, we were able to weather the storm, kind of keep their run maintained, and I think the biggest shot of the game was actually Dyson's three. They were making a run, and Dyson hits like a 30-footer off the dribble. The ball was going all over the place that possession, and he switched a 30-footer while being guarded. I thought that was the biggest shot of the game.
Is this the first time in your career you've flown into a city and played that same day?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of last week when I flew in Monday morning and practiced. It was kind of like, I'm like, all right, I just did this last week. So,
did you feel any fatigue out there? Second night of a back-to-back.
Maybe just a little bit at the beginning of the fourth. I think I hit a couple threes, and I think my adrenaline spiked. And I said, Coach, give me like 2 minutes. And then I came out, and then Monty on the other side called a timeout. So I got a couple extra seconds. But, yeah. Listen, I'm not used to playing so many minutes in the NBA. This is like the 5th game. I'm playing a lot. I love it, I hope it continues. But, yeah, I was definitely, at the beginning of the fourth, I was feeling it a little bit.
It seems like you and JB are building like a budding synergy, whether he's finding you off of offensive rebounds or, you're able to find him on like dump passes and stuff. Just what do you make of the job that he's done the last couple of nights, and how do you feel about your growing chemistry together?
Man, I think Jonas is a huge key for us. CJ, BI, and Z are going to get so much attention, so much of the recognition for their offense, and Jonas might fly under the radar a little bit, but everything he does from screening and rolling, which is so big for our offense, to offensive rebounding, to holding it down on the backside of our defense. It just can't go understated how important he is for this team. And like you said, me and him are developing some chemistry. I feel like I've always had a little bit of chemistry with the bigs just because I love flying off handoffs. I love finding them in the pocket, and then they could play on the backside. So, me and him, I think from the moment I got here, he just showed me a lot of respect, and I appreciated that. And, I think it shows on the court.
Man, did you realize this is the anniversary of your three-pointer last year?
Today? So Larry just showed me in the did you guys see Larry's tweet?
Yes.
So Larry just told me in the locker room that he does a little something on Twitter after every game, and he goes, "Matt, you got to see this." And he showed me it. I started laughing. I didn't know it was a year ago today, though. That's pretty cool.
Matt, as someone who is the most recent addition to this team, how would you describe this chemistry? What have you seen so far from this group in the locker room?
I just see it as a bunch of guys that are showing up every day, no matter who's available. A bunch of guys showing up, being ready, locking into the game plan, trusting the coaches, and trusting each other out there. It's been great. I got here last week, and I don't have enough good things to say about my experience so far.
So Herb came in and talked about, obviously, your shooting being an asset to the team, but also how hard you're working on the defensive end. Can you kind of talk about the work you're putting in to becoming a complete player on both sides of the court?
Absolutely. The knock on pretty much every shooter in the league is always going to be, can they hold their own defensively? And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hold my own. Don't be a liability, right? And that's what every player tries to do out there. Be in the right spots in rotations, boxing out. And again, the game isn't perfect. You can do the greatest job boxing out, and the guy still might get it. Or you could play the best defense, and a guy still hits a step-back three on you. But can you continue to put possessions in a row together to where you're making it difficult on the offense? And that's what I'm trying to do. And coaches are doing a great job, continuing to teach me our philosophy here, showing me film of how I can continue to improve. And, it's a day-to-day thing. I'll keep getting better. But I'm definitely taking it a lot more seriously on that end than I ever have.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Thank you.